perspective in a world where like content has to go out so quickly, like you're always feeling like you should be making content. Like, how do you manage that with like what you just mentioned? How, like, you're just a bunch of bohemians just like wanting to just make art at your will, right?
Yeah.
How do you balance those energies?
Poorly. Yeah, I think content is something that I can say is a weakness of ours, right? And that it's not better or worse, it's just what it is, right?
Yeah.
And we're working on it, right? Something that was kind of a bizarre blessing. We just did 2 nights at the Horseshoe, and some friends came out. A lot of people are home for the holidays. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's like when vinyl came back, but a lot of folks were carrying these digital cameras.
You mean like the like 2000s digital cameras? Yeah, okay.
With the date in yellow in the corner kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But there were 3 or 4 people there with these digital cameras. So before our set, I was like, hey, like, we have a photographer for this show, but would you guys, if you hear a song you like, film it. And that's been this content push, has been like, oh, there is a aesthetic quality to these little digital cameras, right? Where I think sometimes it is bootstrapping it, in that it's like, we're not having a content meeting of like, how are we gonna have the latest trend and use the right hashtags and have, POV or at a commune show or whatever. What we, in terms of promotion, because, in the same breath, I think it's popular to shit on TikTok, people of like hating on it. And fair enough, but I've also stapled posters in February for a show, and if it's between making a 15-second video that's gonna reach a couple thousand people and walking along concession in February with a
roll of tape and that you can't get the corner off and your fingers are freezing.
So that 4 more people show up at the Casbah for your show and you're 16. I'm probably gonna do the phone thing.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't mean I'm great at it, but I think both can be balanced in that I'm really proud of the work we make. The records we make and our live show. I'm really proud of that. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I think it's good, that we work hard. And because of that, I want to share it with as many people as I can, right? If you don't, I don't know why you're doing this, right? But in that, like, that's kind of how I see it, is that, well, we have all this camera footage from our pals who were there, who have their own little experience, and they'll share it.
So I think it's really cool that you are, not worrying too much. I mean, obviously we all worry about it, but like not focusing too much on the content, because I feel like that's only 1% of what a band is and does.
Yeah.
So you could have amazing content and the music's not good, and it's like, well, it's a beautiful sign and there's nothing in the store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Or it doesn't translate, or you have 200,000 followers, but you're selling 20 tickets to your show, right? Because there is no connection with Instagram reels. Like
it's the same as potato chips, like in and out, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly. I think it can be used for something, right? When we play a show, if we're opening for someone, I'm gonna always try and be at our merch table after.
100%.
Yes, to make a little bit of money, but also that you connect with the people that you've just shown your heart to, right? And when they're nice to you, it's cool too. But but you can connect, right?
Yeah.
And you can use social media and whatever for that, right? I was talking to Matt Mays about that a few weeks ago. A phenomenal talent. That maybe someone, if someone throws a video up on their story, text them, hey, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. If you do appreciate the fact that they, went out of their way to support what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you recognize that you have an obligation to deliver. Right. And if you see that reciprocity in that relationship for what it is, reach out and maybe you'll connect. But you're not going to connect with someone through one of the 2,000 4-second videos they watched that day. If you can find a way to connect, I think put all your energy into that and you'll reap the rewards.